Yeah, thanks, guys. I know it's only officially been 3 days without college basketball, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it a whole lot. So good thing we've got news out of the Iowa basketball program this morning. Yesterday, Joe Wieskamp announced that he will test out the 2019 NBA draft process. In his freshman year at Iowa, Wieskamp averaged 11 points per game and almost 5 rebounds per game and was voted to the All-Big Ten freshman team. Now, with the NBA draft process, players who enter without an agent can return to school if they withdraw from the draft by May 29th. So don't worry, I'm guessing we'll most likely see Joe Wieskamp back in the black and gold next season. Now, while Wieskamp is testing out the waters at the NBA draft, offensive lineman Ross Reynolds is jumping into the deep end with the NFL draft. Reynolds was one of the Hawks' best run blockers last year, but spent a lot of his time at Iowa battling injuries, which helped make the stressful process of going through the combine that much more important to Reynolds.
I mean, everything is important, from the runs to the drills that we do, to the bench stuff and our jumping and whatnot. I mean, everything's equally as important. And I think, like I had said, everybody did a really good job on everything.
Those good results at the combine plus a strong senior year has Reynolds' draft stock building back up, especially after it took a major hit with those injuries. But because of those uncertainties, Reynolds doesn't know where he'll be in a year from now, and you know what? He's okay with that.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah?
Couldn't tell you. No. I'm focusing on this right now, and when that time comes, and
Now, I'm not expecting Ross Reynolds to hear his name called during the draft, but he has a solid chance at getting a shot at a rookie minicamp or as an undrafted free agent just because of the reputation he has of being an offensive lineman at Iowa on his side, and I think he could be a real diamond in the rough for a team looking to improve their run blocking. Now, Reynolds will spend the next few weeks getting ready for the process of getting to the NFL, but baseball has spent the last week preparing for a tough Big Ten matchup on the road at Purdue. And we have DITV sports reporter John Rawson live in the newsroom with more. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Lucy.
Now, John, what can we expect to see from the Hawkeye squad this weekend against the Boilermakers?
Well, this is a Purdue team that's struggling, to say the least. They've lost their last 5. They're 10-21 this season, and so far in conference play, they haven't done a whole lot. They had a 17-0 loss in their last series against Nebraska on the road, so they're trying to piece things together. The Hawkeyes are coming off a 2-1 series victory over Rutgers, but they did lose 15-3 in the second game of a doubleheader, so you can tell their confidence was pretty low after that loss. It's going to be up to the Hawkeye pitching to really stymie this Purdue offense.
Yeah, and Iowa lost in a midweek game at Bradley this week too. So really, what can Iowa do to improve as they get deeper into their schedule and especially the Big Ten play?
Well, it's going to be up to their pitching. They're really lacking the confidence in their pitching staff, and the pitching depth has completely gone downhill. We had Jack Dreyer, who is probably going to be the Saturday starter coming into this year. He pitched in the Cape Cod League, one of the best premier summer collegiate leagues, and now he's been down and out with shoulder stiffness for a long time, and they're keeping a lot of that stuff in the program. So in order for this Hawkeye team to gather some sort of momentum going forward as we get deeper into Big Ten play, it's going to be up to the pitching.
Yeah, I really agree with that. They're going to need a strong performance from all their starters this weekend to leave West Lafayette with a series win. John, live in the newsroom, thank you so much. First pitch of this series is set for 5 p.m. Central Time tonight in West Lafayette. Now moving on to another spring sport that's not actually a spring sport. The Iowa women's soccer team remains undefeated with a 5-0 record heading into their final 2 games of the spring season. The Hawks credit their success on their ability to focus and their competitive attitude.
5 games played. It's been a really great season so far. We've been undefeated, as you already said, and we've scored a lot more goals than we have this fall. That's been our main thing that we've been working on, just because in the fall we really struggled to get those goals. We were really compact defensively and moved the ball well, but at the end of the day, you don't win by not scoring goals. So that's our big improvement this year.
Yeah, I'd say that this spring, I just feel like rolling into it, everyone had so much momentum coming off of the fall, and we kind of ended the fall with that last loss or that last tie where we just missed the tournament, and we felt that everyone was like, we had our whole team coming back basically and some new players, and everybody just wants to play. Like, I heard Bella talking, everybody wants to come in for extra work, everyone is putting their all into every tackle, and it just makes it much more competitive environment and so much more fun to be out here.
You love to see the fire from the Hawks there, but Iowa will hope to continue their winning streak when they travel to Kansas City to take on the University of Missouri-Kansas City tomorrow afternoon. Now that's all I've got for you in sports today. Tune back in on Monday where we will recap Iowa rowing's first home event in over 3 years. Jacob and Abby, back to you guys at the desk.